welcome back to our podcast. I'm the gentleman, accompanied by the disturbed Southern Belle.
Hello!
And in this episode, we will be continuing our series on the most disturbing media with probably one of, if not the most well-known disturbing books in the history of the world, The Lord of the Flies.
I wouldn't say the history of the world, but it's definitely up there. It's very out there. Considering it's about kids and stuff, yeah.
But I guarantee everybody has heard of this.
Probably at the very least.
At least everybody in the States.
Most likely, yeah.
So, anyways, this novel is even more disturbing for the fact that, like the Bell said, all of the protagonists, almost everyone in this story except for like 2 people, are children. All boys.
Yes, of course they are.
So, during a wartime evacuation, a British plane crashes on an isolated island. The survivors are a group of middle school-aged boys, and soon after the crash, one of the boys named Ralph and another of his classmates, an overweight child nicknamed Piggy, find a conch shell. Ralph then uses the shell as a horn to call to any of the other boys that may have survived. After the surviving boys gather, Ralph commands authority over the other boys. He is elected to be their chief. He sets up 3 goals for the boys while they wait to be hopefully rescued. They are to have fun, to survive, and to constantly maintain a smoke signal in the hopes that they will alert a passing ship.
Right.
You can guess which rule is the first to be broken.
Yeah.
Well,
Bunch of kids supposed to keep up with doing something, sure.
Yeah. Anyways, Ralph, along with a red-haired boy named Jack and a quiet boy named Simon, used the lens from Piggy's glasses to set the signal fire. Order on the island does not last long, as the boys quickly become lazy and start to ignore Ralph and his efforts to improve life on the island. The boys also start to become paranoid of an imaginary monster they have named the Beast. Ralph tries to convince the boys that the Beast doesn't exist, but they soon begin to align with the red-haired boy Jack. Jack tells the boys that he will hunt and kill the monster, which gains him popularity among the boys. After gaining popularity with them, Jack takes a group of the boys including the boys that were in charge of watching over the signal fire, on a hunt to kill a wild pig. As imagined, with no one manning the fire, it goes out. And while the fire is out, a ship passes near the island. This leads Ralph to become angry, and he confronts Jack. Ralph, very frustrated with the situation, considers giving up his title of chief to Jack. However, Piggy convinces him not to do so. One night, there is an air battle near the island, and a fighter pilot ejects from his plane and parachutes down on the island. He does not make it, living, that is. This leads the twins, Sam and Eric, to mistake the man's corpse for the Beast. Ralph, Jack, and another boy named Roger go to investigate, but end up becoming scared and fleeing. Later, Jack begins to try to turn the other boys against Ralph, and while this doesn't work completely, Jack is able to convince a large portion of the boys to join him, and they set off to form their own tribe, with Jack as the leader.
Of course.
Later, Jack and the other boys decide to set up an offering to the Beast in the forest. This grotesque offering is in the form of a pig's head, which they mount on a sharpened spike, and the pig's head ends up covered with flies.
That could never happen, could it?
Nah. Completely fictional.
Sure.
Sometime after Jack's tribe mounts the head, Simon ventures into the forest alone, something he does often, and he happens upon the offering. He has an imaginary dialogue with the head, and ends up naming it the Lord of the Flies. During his imagined talk with the head, it tells Simon that there is no beast on the island, and it tells Simon that the other boys will eventually turn on him. Later that same night, after Simon's interaction with the head, Ralph and Piggy decide to visit Jack's tribe. They find that the newly formed tribe have began to act rather odd. They have started painting their faces and are engaging in some type of ritual dance.
As you do, you know.
While still in the woods, Simon happens upon the dead pilot and realizes that it is not a beast. He rushes to tell Jack's tribe about his findings. However, all the boys present, including Ralph and Piggy, mistake Simon for the beast and end up killing him. Later, Jack and his tribe steal Piggy's glasses, which is the only means the boys have to start a fire. Upon discovering the theft, Ralph goes to Jack's camp along with Piggy and the twins, Sam and Eric. They confront Jack and try to get him to give the glasses back. But during the confrontation, Roger pushes a small boulder from a ledge above, and the rock falls on Piggy and kills him, also breaking the conch shell in the process. Ralph manages to escape the other boys, however the twins are caught and forced to join with Jack's tribe. Later that night, Ralph sneaks back and speaks with the twins, who warn Ralph that Jack is making plans to hunt him.
Oh my gosh.
The next morning, Jack sets his plan into action and sets fire to the surrounding forest. Ralph is narrowly able to escape the boys and runs to the beach, where he falls down in front of a uniformed soldier. The soldier, who is a British naval officer, had come to the island to investigate the fire. The other boys, unaware of the soldier, then pour out of the forest in pursuit of Ralph. The soldier is astonished to see the feral and warlike behavior of the boys and expresses great disappointment in them. The soldier then turns from the boys in embarrassment and disgust and stares across the water at a naval cruiser waiting just offshore. Seeing the adult causes the boys to instantly return to acting their age, with many beginning to cry. The novel ends with this scene on the beach and the heavy disappointment of the soldier for the boys' decline into savagery and violence.
And they declined pretty quickly from...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it didn't take them long, and they just went crazy. But, and then again, I mean, you got to think, they had no adult supervision. This was just a bunch of little boys just left to do whatever the heck they wanted to do. And so one of them was going to be the leader. One of this one, no, I'm going to be the leader. And it just went as you probably would imagine. I could almost see this actually playing out like this, to be honest.
I'm kind of shocked that not more of them died.
I'm sure, yeah, for real, right? I mean, yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised they were even able to survive at all.
Yeah. Now, I don't think they were supposed to have been on there a long, long time either. Maybe a couple of months, if even that. I'm not even sure. So, yeah. I mean, the fact that they were able to survive is great. But, yeah, I'm thinking if they hadn't have found them, God knows how bad it would have probably gotten. Because it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But that's the way it goes.
Yep.
I guess.
But that's going to be it for this episode. And join us next week if you want to hear more of the awful stuff.
The more disturbing media. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget to stay disturbed.